In the previous video, I described the basics of how to write effective prompts with this method. It is really about specifying some specific, details. So, what's the content? What's the subject matter? Where is it taking place? What kind of lighting is the image going to have? What style is it in? Realistic, artistic, or pointing toward camera angles, distances, level of detail, level of sharpness versus blurriness, and that type of thing. And then details that you can add about color and texture. So I've got an example here of a weak prompt. Just robot sitting is not going to give Photoshop much to work with. Stronger prompt with this structure in mind of what is it? Retro chrome robot, mossy rock in a foggy forest. That's where it's sitting. Soft diffused morning light, shallow depth of field, 35 millimeter photo, subtle scratches and wear. So you can see about 25 words ish will give Photoshop something to work with. So I have a few examples here, and I'm going to open up properties so we can see the original prompt, generic prompt, robot dog. Let me scooch this over a little, versus robot dog walking through a park on a foggy city at night under glowing streetlights in a cinematic photo style with rain reflections on pavement. So very different. Another one, generic mountain landscape. Asked Photoshop to generate this. And for all of these, I'm just doing generate image, and I'm just straight up typing a text prompt right here, not specifying any art or photo styles or effects or anything else, just straight text to image. So mountain landscape versus mountain landscape at sunrise with mist in the valleys, warm golden light photographed with a wide angle lens, detailed grass in the foreground. And a couple more, portrait of a woman versus portrait of a woman in profile, soft, natural window light, painterly oil style with visible brushstrokes, subtle background blur. And a tree in the desert versus this one, more of a conceptual, sci-fi, stylistic sort of prompt. And you can go as specific as you want, right? And that's going to end up making these better. So a glowing crystal tree growing in a barren desert at dusk. Dramatic side lighting, fantasy concept art style, atmospheric dust in the air. And again, for all of these that I do, I am getting multiple generations, and any of them that I like, I can always generate similar, or I can change the prompt to make it more specific, try to generate again, and I could potentially do some effects and things that are going to make this even more honed in to exactly what I'm sort of imagining or desiring for Photoshop to come up with.